Put another feather in the confirmed category for this channel, folks. We are now able to say without a doubt that John Boyega is out at Lucasfilm and Star Wars. The former sequel trilogy celebrity is squealing, and saying that there's nothing appealing to the way he's been treated. But folks, rather than retreating from his attack on fans, now he's saying that he's just one of us. He's just a fan like you, listening in to what's going to happen with a Rey movie under distress. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready to hear yet again how Rian Johnson has destroyed not Star Wars, but a career in the making? This time it's John Boyega's with new details we never knew before. Get ready to click that like button. Let's dive in, and we'll do so right now. Out of Screen Rant, this one says, a franchise that's finally hers. John Boyega addresses Daisy Ridley, Star Wars, Return, and New Jedi Order movie. But there is way more to this than the headline. Liz DeClon has this one. Finn actor John Boyega recently revealed that he is very hopeful about Rey's upcoming Star Wars movie, rumored to be titled Star Wars New Jedi Order. It is one of several upcoming Star Wars movies, although doubts about the progress and the certainty of the project remain, especially after the Star Wars Celebration 2025 reveals shared little in the way of updates about the movie, aka nothing. At present, it does seem as though the movie is still in development, but announcements like Star Wars Starfighter may mean it's pushed to the background for now. Yeah, way to confirm what we've been telling you. Nevertheless, many remain excited about New Jedi Order, including evidently Finn actor John Boyega. All right, who's ready for some confirmations of rumors we told you all about? Here we go. He says, I miss Daisy. I miss Daisy. I miss Daisy. I haven't seen Daisy face to face. Ray! I haven't seen Daisy face to face in a minute. I found out about her return online. Being a genuine fan, I'm online. I watch reaction videos. I'm on the subscriber list. I get the emails. As if I'm not in the films, you know. Star Wars The Force Awakens come out. Oh, does it? Folks, just listen to this. You got to understand what's going on here. What is John Boyega saying in this first paragraph? He is completely on the outs. That's what he's saying. Mm-hmm. You got to get the context here. He doesn't find out that Daisy Ridley is going to be in a movie because she calls him. He doesn't find out because he's got connections at Lucasfilm. He doesn't find out because he's a big star over there at the House of Mouse. He finds out just like you, online.
Does that mean he's part of that fandom that he hates so much?
I think he's probably trolling around on Reddit somewhere. That's what he's trying to tell you in this first part. The second part is just as interesting. He says it made sense to expand the franchise in that way. I'm just looking forward, first of all, to see if it's real. Because we have had a few Star Wars announcements, in development that can't quite get it done. Ouch. I'm just hoping that Daisy gets that chance to shine in a franchise that's finally hers. As a Jedi that's fully qualified, I can't wait to watch it. I really can't. I'm happy for her. Ladies and gentlemen, what did we tell you when John Boyega came out and attacked the fans? What did we tell you?
He's trying to get a job.
Right. He has no job. He has no insider info. He has not been reached out to. He's not in the movie. He's going to watch it, not be in it. John Boyega is butthurt because John Boyega is not in the Daisy Ridley movie. He's had no contact with them. And instead of throwing his anger at the right target, he's been throwing it at fans instead because he can't stand to attack the House of Mouse or else he'll be Gina Carano'd. But they've already Gina Carano'd him. He just can't accept it. That's the situation. And Screen Rant goes on to talk about he doesn't think he'll be in Daisy Ridley's New Jedi movie. He's the first one in the trailer for Force Awakens, but he's out the door at the House of Mouse. Panel, what say you? We've got a confirmation now of what we reported, which is that John Boyega is not, repeat, not in contacts or in talks for the Rey movie.
I just think it's great that Daisy Ridley is finally going to be the centerpiece of Star Wars. I mean, it's been a long time coming. If there's one thing I said repeatedly about those three movies, it was, there's not enough Rey.
Yeah, and really, she should get a hotel at some point. Really.
Yeah, and, did I read in there that he said that, they're going to center around a fully qualified Jedi? You know, we didn't have a fully qualified Jedi until the last part of Return of the Jedi. And there was a good reason for that, because that's not interesting to the audience. No one wants a fully qualified hero who's not going to have a problem. You need Indiana Jones is fully qualified, I guess. You could say he's fully qualified, but at the same time, he's getting the tar kicked out of him the entire way through all of those films. You don't want fully qualified. You want a plucky hero who doesn't belong there. You want Jack Burton, almost, kind of not understanding what's going on.
She was a fully qualified Jedi from The Force Awakens. She was doing Jedi mind tricks, and she beat a Sith in hand-to-hand combat. She was a fully formed Jedi right then and there.
But guess what, folks? John Boyega, one of the reasons that he's so hurt about all of this is because, just like us, Ryan Roundheaded Johnson touched him in places he didn't want to be touched. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This is from Uncle Clark, or UNC Clark, we don't know. This is John Boyega at C2E2. Folks, we're going to play this. First time it's ever been said. Let's dive in right now, and I'll let you see exactly what John Boyega said 1 month ago. This is going to give you some inclination as to why he has had such frustration with Star Wars. Ryan Johnson destroyed this man's career.
From The Force Awakens, and some of the narrative about Finn that was established in The Force Awakens were picked back up by JJ in The Rise of Skywalker. And it's hard to do it. It's hard to, establish Rey and then establish another Jedi. You have to kind of split things up with the time that you're given. But I appreciate the little things that JJ was doing in there. I mean, I did try to tell Rey before I went down. There was a couple of takes where I just said it. I'm a Jedi! There was a couple, but it was good to tease the.
Seriously?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't know Finn was force sensitive?
No, I knew that, but I didn't know you actually said.
Yeah. So I wanted to say it. I mean, when they're going down into the quicksand.
Oh my goodness!
I appreciate JJ for putting those Easter eggs in there and trying to expand so that if there is ever a revisit to Finn, there is stuff to play with. So
there you go. It seems one of the plot threads that Ryan Johnson dropped in The Last Jedi was Finn coming to his own as force sensitive. It was the Last Jedi decision.
I just have to say, and everyone always gives me trouble when I say this, because everyone wants to have hindsight and be like, no, we always hated that movie. Force Awakens made $2 billion, and I often say I like 50% of the sequel trilogy here. I actually liked Force Awakens when that movie got done. I did too. Probably because they were going a different direction than the one that I thought they were here. But there's a lot to like in Force Awakens. First of all, from a movie making standpoint, it is a very competent film. Finn in that movie, once you have 3 movies of Rey, hey, so you got a girlfriend, all that kind of droid, please. Okay, I get it. That's annoying. But they were doing some interesting things with Finn. He had an arc in that first film. Was he introduced before Rey with the blood on the stormtrooper armor? There was actually good storytelling in that film. But then Ryan Johnson comes along and he wants to put his mark on everything, and they're going in a completely different direction. This is Disney. Disney did this wrong and they did this dirty. But Finn being force sensitive and actually having an arc, as opposed to Rey, who is a fully competent Jedi from the moment that she is handed a lightsaber, that would have been interesting. That would have given people something to root for. And I know that John Boyega tries to complain and say that people hate black characters in Star Wars unless they're a lead or unless they're a supporting character. Bunch of baloney, personally. They had a great opportunity to build something great with Finn, and corporate marketing and corporate product got in the way.
Well, we saw, everybody was down with the elevator pitch of former stormtrooper becomes a Jedi. I think when we saw that, and we all kind of thought, because it was another JJ mystery box bait and switch, that Finn was going to be the Jedi, that he's a former stormtrooper, he's going to seek out Luke Skywalker. Okay, cool. I'm in. I like that. That's a neat concept. And you could have had, both him and Rey coming up as Jedi together. And then, he fights Kylo Ren. He gets, basically a lightsaber up his spine. And I remember leaving The Force Awakens being like, man, I can't wait to see when Finn comes out of that coma in the next movie. And it's going to be some big, heroic, day saving thing. And Ryan Johnson make it up. Look at his butt.
Yeah, look at his butt. And look, he's leaking all over the place.
He's got a butt. When he was like, with your mother joke, The Last Jedi. Look, everyone's like, well, it's actually the best shot in movie of cinematography for all of Star Wars. Yeah, fine. I don't care. Yeah, it's a very pretty disaster, but it's a disaster.
I agree.
Bro,
if you're talking, we cannot hear you, so it's very unusual that you would not be talking in this moment. Are you muted, sir?
Say, John Boyega was destroyed by Rian Johnson. That's all I'm putting out there, folks. Roundhead took him down, destroyed Star Wars, and destroyed the career of John Boyega. Boyega is aiming his ire at the wrong target. It's not Star Wars fans. It's not their fault. And in fact, when you say Star Wars fans, you might as well just say pop culture fans, right? Because they're indecipherable. They're not separate categories. When Boyega comes out and attacks the fans, he's aiming poorly because it's the fans who will help him have another career opportunity in the future. It's not Disney. It's not Star Wars. It's not Rian Johnson. They threw him away. They were too busy making something postmodern and making sure that he kissed an Asian woman so that they could transform Chinese culture into accepting that sort of thing. That's what they wanted to do. That's instead of making a great Star Wars movie, instead of giving him Jedi abilities, that's where Rian Johnson's head was at, and it's plenty round enough. So that's
first of all, you're rewriting history. I saw that scene, and Rose Tico forced herself onto John Boyega, who was trying to save the rebellion, and she came in with her, "No, silly, we don't make sacrifices to save the entire world. That's not how we work." Except that's pretty much what the entire heroic.
I thought the kiss was on par with scenes from Casablanca. Honestly, I mean, it really was a moment in cinematic history.
I also have to point out that John Boyega, other people might have destroyed Finn, but John Boyega is out here trying to make sure that John Boyega destroys John Boyega from this point out.
Yeah, he's really bad at this.
He is the biggest self-destruction I've seen since Kryborg.
Oh, no. Listen.
Oh, that's
Marvin. We just finished months of covering Zegler. Come on. I mean, he's nothing compared to Zegler.
Oh, no, not Zegler. Kryborg, meaning the guy that played Cyborg in the Justice League, who tortured his own career.
Well, let's go to Erica, though. Erica, before we let go of poor John Boyega, I'm going to ask you a very rational question that you will know obviously what I'm talking about. Erica, do you think that John Boyega gives off Peepaw vibes?
I don't even know what to say to that.
He had Peepaw energy. Pedro's got Peepaw energy. I'm trying to figure this thing out. Does John Boyega also have Peepaw energy?
No, I don't think I'd go that far, but he's definitely self-destructive like Ziegler.
Oh, boy. I don't know the rules.
Boyega has that Louis Tully desperately trying to get into Tavern on the Green energy. Just screaming, "Somebody let me in.
Let me in." Nice doggy, nice pooch.
Why doesn't John Boyega try to get cast in anything? Like if I were him, I would be trying to distance myself from everything Star Wars and try to show what kind of acting chops I have in any other type of a film, not even sci-fi, maybe horror, maybe reaches out to Ryan Coogler. I don't know, but whatever. Get in something else, John. Just distance yourself from Star Wars at this point. Stop trying to get back in, because it feels like he's trying to figure out a way to get back into Star Wars. And when Star Wars is a dead franchise anyway, why bother?
Ron, you don't understand. The man has a very specific talent, okay? He is a man of very niche ability, and that is, there is no one on planet Earth that can yell Rey like he can. That's the talent. That's what he's got. That's why he wants to go back to Star Wars a lot. And he's going to give Rey that magical Peepaw energy she's been waiting for. Folks, it's time to bid you adieu, but we hope that you will help us anew. And that is, we're only asking you click that like button. Share, subscribe, click it, stick it to those algorithms. It is the notification bell, and drop a comment down below. And oh, by the way, have you gone the way of thatparkplace.com? www.thatparkplace.com. It's the website that if you're not yet bookmarked to, well, you should be. A bastion of truth and knowledge when it comes to entertainment and everything that's going on. Go check it out today, folks. We would love to have you over there as well. All right, we are getting ready to head out, but do not fret, for we will put out 4 more videos tomorrow, so long as the good Lord allows. And we believe that probably, just might, happen. All right, until the next time we get to share time with you, keep learning, keep growing, and as always, keep having fun.
Hey, Floral, guess what?
You put a fork in Pro's microwave again.
No, that was yesterday.
I don't know that what.
Oh, I've decided to give up on torturing Jonas.
What? Why? In the same way the cat sleeps like 20 hours a day, that was like your purpose.
I know, but I've decided there's bigger fish to fry.
Okay.
Like Lorne. I mean, think about it. Everybody loves him. He's a fan favorite, and frankly, he has almost no weaknesses I can find. Except that he's really smart.
So, you want to annoy the one panelist without a single flaw, because he's smart.
Yeah, like that winged statue at that fancy Paris museum thingy. I want to break the one thing that everyone loves most.
So, kind of like the opposite of Rachel Zegler.
Yeah, exactly. And I get to see her all the time at family reunions anyway.
You get to see Rachel Zegler?
Yeah. I mean, she's a total troll. Lives under a bridge, harasses billy goats, the whole 9 yards.
It all makes sense now.
Speaking of which, maybe she'll get me... I'm gonna call her on my... I'm gonna call her and see if she'll be in the next Indiana Jones. She should be the next Indiana Jones. That'll totally destroy Lord. He loves Indiana Jones.
Oh, that's cruel.
Hey, Rach. I've got a cool idea for you that involves a whip and snakes.
I love that description. It's perfect.
I know, right? Weird, as we always say.